Hello my dear students and welcome to Zenith Academy Online. My name is Shagufta Jaipuri and today we are going to talk about two types of blood circulation, that is double circulation and hepatic portal system. Now in double circulation we will read about pulmonary and systemic blood circulation. So pulmonary and systemic blood circulation combined together and is known as double circulation. And there is another system that we will study is hepatic portal system. Both of these systems are very important from the examination point of view. So let us go ahead. First we will talk about double circulation, that is pulmonary and systemic blood circulation. So the pulmonary system pertains to lungs, whereas the systemic circulation pertains to the major circulation in the body. So first we will talk about pulmonary. Now this starts from pulmonary artery. You can see here pulmonary artery. So it starts from pulmonary artery which arises from right ventricle. So this is the right ventricle. This is right auricle. This is left auricle. This is left ventricle, right? So our pulmonary blood circulation starts with pulmonary artery which arises from right ventricle. So children, you know when the right ventricle contracts, the blood is pushed through pulmonary artery. And where does the pulmonary artery takes the blood? It takes the blood to lungs. So when right ventricle is contracted, the blood is pushed through pulmonary artery. And then the pulmonary artery branches into two and go to respective lungs, left lung and right lung. Now here when the blood is pushed to the pulmonary artery, it goes to the lungs. Now in lungs what happens? We breathe in air. So the blood that has come becomes oxygenated, and now the oxygenated blood again comes to the heart through pulmonary vein. So here through this pulmonary vein, the blood again comes back to which part of the heart? Left auricle. So this circulation of blood is known as pulmonary blood circulation. I will repeat pulmonary blood circulation. When the right ventricle is contracted, blood is pushed through pulmonary artery into the lungs. Now in both the lungs, the oxygen comes in, we breathe in oxygen and the blood becomes oxygenated. Now the oxygenated blood flows to the heart again through pulmonary vein and it reaches the left auricle. So this is pulmonary circulation. Now we'll talk about systemic circulation. Now it starts from aorta. Can you see the aorta here? This is the aorta. Okay. So when now the left ventricle contracts, when this ventricle contracts, blood is pushed through aorta, right? Blood is pushed through aorta and from there it goes to arteries and reaches all the body parts. Okay. So it reaches all the body parts. Now in the body tissues, what happens? Carbon dioxide is given to the blood and oxygen is taken. So now the blood becomes carbon dioxide rich. Okay. This carbon dioxide rich blood collects, goes through the vein, then it again reaches the right auricle. Now here you can see there are two branches. So you know blood enters in the right auricle through superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. So the body parts which are above the heart, the blood comes through this superior vena cava. So our head, shoulders, okay, and chest, the blood from these parts go to superior vena cava and enter the right auricle, and the blood from below the heart, that is our abdomen, our legs, the blood from there goes to the inferior vena cava and enters the right auricle. So this flow of blood through all the body to all the body parts and then from the body parts again to the heart is known as systemic blood circulation. Now this circulation is also known as double circulation. Why? Because the same blood enters the heart twice. So the deoxygenated blood comes to the heart, this part, the deoxygenated blood comes to the heart, and then it goes to the lungs for oxygenation, and the same oxygenated blood again comes to the heart and then it is pumped out again. So the same blood enters the heart twice, that is why it is known as double circulation. Now let's go ahead to learn hepatic portal system. Now The diagram may look scary, but don't be scared, it is very very easy. See children, we have learned this part already. Okay, this part already we know that from the heart, okay, the deoxygenated blood goes to the lungs, from there it becomes oxygenated, comes back to the heart, and from heart it goes to the body parts, right? So this was double circulation. Okay, now we know that in the heart, okay, here in the right auricle, the blood which is deoxygenated comes from all the body parts. So from head and arms, the blood comes through this superior vena cava. So the blood comes from superior vena cava and enters the heart. And here you can see posterior or interior vena cava, from where the blood comes from all the body parts which are below the heart into the heart. Okay. Now all the body parts do not pour the blood directly into posterior vena cava. Okay. Here you can see the digestive tract, the stomach and the intestine. They do not pour their deoxygenated blood directly to the posterior vena cava. What happens is, first they give their blood to the liver. Okay. Who give their blood to the liver? The digestive tract, that is the stomach and the intestine first pour their blood into the liver, and from liver it goes to the auricle, and other organs such as kidneys etc., they pour their blood directly into the posterior vena cava. So here if you enlarge this and see, if you see this part, okay, if you see the liver part, now in the liver the blood is coming from two places. First it is directly coming from aorta, okay, the oxygenated blood is directly coming from aorta to the liver. Through which artery? This artery is known as hepatic artery. Okay, so blood from the aorta is reaching the liver through hepatic artery. Then I told you stomach and intestine, the vessels the blood coming from stomach and intestine combine in a vein. Here you can see this vein, they are combining here, two of them are combining here in a vein. Now this vein is known as hepatic portal vein. This vein is called hepatic portal vein. Okay. Now this vein you can see is dividing into capillaries and then reaching the liver. Unlike the nature of the veins, veins do not form capillaries. From the capillaries the vein is formed, right? So unlike the normal character of the vein, here the hepatic portal vein, this is the hepatic portal vein. What is a hepatic portal vein? When through the capillaries of stomach and intestine, when they combine in a vein where they pump their blood to the liver. Okay, so this vein which contains the blood coming from stomach and intestine is known as hepatic portal vein. Now it enters the liver, it forms branches, then these from liver in the liver it is filtered and it is forming a one vein which is known as hepatic vein. What are hepatic portal veins? It starts with the capillaries and end with the capillaries. Here you can see that it started with the capillaries which are coming from stomach and intestine, and it ended in the capillary and formed the hepatic vein again. Now this blood joins the posterior vena cava and then it enters the auricle. So I will repeat, capillaries that are coming from stomach and intestine join together to form a vein known as hepatic portal vein. Now through this vein the blood enters the liver where it is filtered. Then these veins again combine to form hepatic vein, and then this hepatic vein joins the posterior vena cava and blood enters the heart. Now the blood coming to the kidney. The blood comes to the kidney from the aorta. You can see from the aorta it is coming. Now when it comes to the kidney, the arteries that are coming inside the kidney are known as renal artery. Anything related to kidney, the term renal comes in. Okay. So from where the blood is coming to the kidney? Renal artery. And from where is the blood leaving the kidney? Renal vein. So from the renal vein also joins in the posterior vena cava and the blood is poured. So in hepatic portal system, what are the questions asked? First question is, what is a hepatic portal system? In that you have to answer that it is A system of blood circulation in which the blood coming from stomach and intestine do not directly join the posterior vena cava. First it goes into the liver where it is filtered, and then from the liver it goes to the heart, and it does so with the help of hepatic portal vein. Okay, so this is hepatic portal system. The other question that is asked is from what name the veins and the arteries, or name the vessels, the blood capillaries that are entering or leaving certain organs like liver, kidney and heart. So heart we know already from our previous videos, we know which veins and which arteries are leaving and entering the heart. Okay, I told you about the liver and kidneys also. Now let us read that also in detail. I hope the hepatic portal system is very clear to you. Now let's go on to the utility of hepatic portal system, that why is it important that the secretion of your stomach and intestine should go to the liver first. So here is the utility of hepatic portal system. The food stored by the stomach and intestine is first brought to liver, which acts like a store. Okay, the liver acts like a store to regulate the quantity of nutrients flowing into the general blood circulation. It regulates the amount of nutrients that are flowing in the blood. For example, excess sugar. If our blood contains excess sugar, what happens to the blood then? The excess sugar is stored as glycogen. So the excess sugar is stored as glycogen. Also, if by any mistake we have taken poisons through our food, so also certain poisons, if absorbed through the food, are detoxified. The poisons are detoxified in the liver. Okay, so what does liver do? It controls the nutrients or the substances that is flowing in the blood circulation system. So from where the nutrition come? From the food we eat. Okay, so the food enters the intestine and the stomach, so the body has to control what substances are going in the blood. So hepatic portal system here comes to our rescue. So the blood flowing from the stomach and intestine first is brought to liver, and liver act as a storage. Okay, it acts as a storage and it regulates the quantity of nutrients flowing into the general blood circulation. Excess sugar is stored as glycogen. It is converted into glycogen and stored, and poisons becomes detoxify, and then this blood is passed through superior vena cava and then it goes to the heart. So that is why the study of hepatic portal system is also very important. Now the major questions asked here are, which are the names of blood vessels entering and leaving the liver? So if you see the same diagram again, you can see which blood vessels are entering. The first blood vessel is entering from the aorta. So you can see hepatic artery. From here the blood enters in the liver. Okay, so this is coming from aorta into the liver. So first is hepatic artery. Okay, second incoming is this. Which one is this? Hepatic portal vein. Okay, so it comes from stomach and intestine into the liver. So these are the two blood vessels through which blood is entering the liver. Now here you can see the blood is leaving the liver. So this is the hepatic vein, and here from liver into the posterior vena cava. Okay, so from liver into the posterior vena cava the blood is pushed. Now let's go ahead to the blood vessels entering and leaving the kidney. Now here you can see which blood vessel is entering the kidney. Renal artery. Okay, through artery the blood enters the kidney. So this is from aorta into the kidney. So this is the vessel which is entering into the kidney, and you can see from where blood is leaving. This is known as renal vein. Here the clean blood leaves the kidney after detoxifying the blood and after filtering the blood leaves through renal vein. So and it leaves the kidney and it goes from kidney to the posterior vena cava. So blood enters from the heart, okay, from aorta into the kidney through renal artery, and the vessel which is leaving is known as renal vein, and here it goes from kidney to posterior vena cava. I hope you have understood this very well. Now let us study the frequently asked questions. So what is asked frequently is, name the two major circulations of blood in the human body. We already know both the names. that is the double circulation and hepatic portal system. From where to where do the following vessels carry blood? Pulmonary artery, the right ventricle to the lungs, posterior vena cava, blood from the organs below the heart to the heart, renal artery, blood coming to the kidney. The word renal tells us the blood coming from the kidney, from the aorta. Hepatic vein is the one which carries blood from the liver and joins the vena cava and flows into the heart. And hepatic portal vein, the blood coming from the intestine and the stomach into the liver. So if you don't know the answer of any of them, go back to the video and watch it very properly to know the perfect answer of these, and you have to define portal vein. So portal vein is the one which starts from the capillaries and ends in the capillaries. Now let us read about a very interesting fact. Oxygenated blood transported by the arteries is bright red. You can see always we mark artery as red and veins as blue in all of our diagrams. So it contains the blood which is bright red, but the deoxygenated blood is not at all blue. It is the deoxygenated blood, or the blood which is carrying carbon dioxide, is pale red. It is certainly not blue. Then why is it so that we see, when we see certain veins on the hands of elderly people mostly, or the superficial veins like this, we can see that these are slightly bluish in color, and that is why we assume that they are blue. No, the veins look bluish due to much thicker muscular walls of the veins. We have studied in our previous video lectures that the walls of veins are very thick, and because of the thick muscular walls of the veins, it appears blue. Now it's the quiz time, kids. Many a times you will be given such a flow chart and you will be told to name the numbers that are written here. You can easily make out if this is head, then this has to be heart, this has to be lungs, right? So you know which blood vessels are leaving heart and which blood vessels are entering heart, and which blood vessels are leaving and entering lungs. So in the liver, the blood flows from intestine and stomach. So you know this 10 is stomach. Through which veins you have to write the names, and if this is kidney, this has to be renal artery and renal vein. So please go ahead and write all 1 to 10, the answers of all 1 to 10 in the comment section below, and let us discuss these answers. So that was all about both the circulatory system in our body. I hope you have understood the double circulation and hepatic portal system very well. If you have any doubts, go back to the video and watch it over and over again to solve all your doubts. And still, if you have doubts, please write in the comment section below and I'll be ready to help you. So all the best, students, and keep the learning on. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, do it right away, and please don't forget to tap on the bell icon to get the next videos of the series. Also, share our channel with all of your friends. Thank you.